everybody can hear me. So I'm in somebody else's office today, so always a joy. So welcome to today's, thanks Angela. Welcome to today's immersion training session. It's all about P6Mobile, which is super exciting. I'm going to take my camera off. I've got the most horrid amount of glare behind me. I'm going to start sharing my screen. So first of all, hopefully you can see my screen that I'm sharing now. It's our P6Mobile fact sheet. So I'm just going to show this very, very quickly. It's just about all of the exciting features, and then obviously I'll go through and just do a little demonstration of how easy it is to use P6Mobile. So it does make entering data quick and easy, no more scrap notes. Enter all your details at a point of care, knowing it's auto-inserted into Platinum 6 straight away. So we can capture all sorts of daily details. It is dynamic to your forms builder. So any daily forms that you may have modified, added in to your own organization, render automatically into your P6Mobile. The permissions are seamless. The roles that you have set up for your staff, when they log in using P6Mobile, they will see the same features on P6Mobile that they do in your Platinum 6 installation. So all the data that's entered in P6Mobile, it's real time. It will be updated in Platinum 6 straight away. So daily forms will be able to see on quick launch. You'll be able to see them updated on your resident client's homepage straight away. But some really cool features that we've added in, because anyone who's been using P5Mobile will know about the features to access daily forms, progress notes, the care plan. But of course now, as soon as we log in, you're going to have access to your staff messages. You can also see any tasks that have been allocated to you when you log in. And then from the resident or the client's homepage, you can access progress notes that have been recorded for that person. And of course, there's a link that goes directly to your My Health record if you've enabled the My Health record interoperability. So it really is focusing on that quality care. When care communication is immediate, there's no lag time between your staff collecting any critical information and everyone else having access to it. So real-time data means immediate actions can be based on your residents' choices and their decisions. So of course, we've still got the ability to record weights and vitals. There's still our wound forms so that you can identify what might be a wound, and it will create a new wound record ID. And if your staff upload a photograph, there's a placeholder on the wound form for that photo. There's an add infection feature, and of course the ability to review the entire summary care plan. And if you have your P6 exec, so the management part of the program, activated as well, you'll also have the ability to record a maintenance request or notify of any hazards or risks. So this flyer will be available on the immersion training site. Please do reach out to us for any more information. And of course, if you would like an in-person demonstration of all of the features and how P6Mobile can be individualized to your organization needs, you can always reach out to myself or the client management team or support to arrange this. So I'll just go to our Platinum 6. And of course, anyone who has been familiar with P6 or P5Mobile would have been aware of this almost card presentation that we've had in P5Mobile for some time. So of course we can see any of the alerts that hold back of the door, more or less care plan, anything that's important to know about the person. So I'm going to now bring up our P6Mobile. So you're just going to have to bear with me while I start my screen mirroring and get this organized. And I'm praying that it works with Zoom. Ta-da, ta-da. P6Mobile. So presently, P6Mobile, if we look for your organization, the data we can provide you, a QR code, it literally links through to a URL so that the information on your P6Mobile is only related to your organization needs. Now, presently, we're running version 6.0.0. P6Mobile is available from the app stores. That's for Apple, the iOS App Store, and for Androids, your Google Play Store. To log in, you're going to use your same credentials that you would use to log in to the program. So I'm going to log in as Zara today. Have to remember passwords and press log in. So as soon as we've logged in, you can see Zara's name is at the top of the screen. You just see there are people waiting to be let in, so I'm just letting them in. And from this page on the top left-hand side, any of the facilities that I have permission to access will be there. So you can see I've got A1, Aged Care, Retirement, Lady Allen, and Mid Coast. And of course, if I toggle between each of these facilities, the different residents housed in each facility will display. So I'm going to go back to Lady Allen. So I can just scroll through and see each of my residents that are listed. But of course, I can use my search feature. So that's the big magnifying glass in the top left hand. When I select that and press search, of course, I can type in whomever I'm looking for. I'm going to go to my friend, the Easter Bunny. Clicking on the bunny's photograph will load up his home page. So of course, I'm going to get those instant information, type of details, type of care, etc. We can see, similar to Platinum 6, any incidents, weights and vitals, infections, wounds that are outstanding and unresolved. But as I scroll down, I'm going to see any of that information presenting in real time from the main application. The vital information, allergy sensitivities, toileting times, bathing preferences, medical contact details, etc. You can see those links to access the My Health record, but also the progress notes. Selecting the progress note icon will load up all of those progress notes, and I can put my device on the side to record even more and read more. Pressing close at the bottom returns me back to the P6Mobile homepage. The three dots remain on the top right-hand side. So here I can see any daily forms. Now, please note on this side of the program from Platinum 6, I can determine which daily forms I'd like my care staff or staff to complete each day for the resident. And when I select daily forms from P6Mobile, any that have been denoted to perform each day are color-coded in green. So please note that only the daily forms that the staff member logged in has access to will be available. So if I click on my bowel chart, I can record any information and press submit. The form has been saved. Of course, we still have the access to weights and vitals, progress notes, and of course, the summary care plan. So there really is no reason for anybody to not know anything to do in real time for your resident. Going back to either select another resident, or I could check my staff messages. This will load up again the staff messages, and I can see that Amanda sent one to myself and Grishma saying, "Good morning, the new staff badge and swipe pass has been delivered. You can collect this from HR." If I mark this as read from the program from P6Mobile, this will also be available to be tracked through the Platinum 6 application. And of course, if I go to my task calendar, any tasks that have been allocated to me will also be available. So I can see that Mrs. Ball has a hair appointment this afternoon. Of course, if we have a look at Mrs. Ball's page on the main application, I can also see the task here is for Mrs. Ball to attend the hair appointment. So, of course, all of these can be brought up. We can mark this as complete, save any comments, and press close. So all of the tasks and events can also be actioned directly from P6Mobile. Now you'll also see that in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a P6 exec icon. Selecting that will bring up hazard alerts, risks, and a maintenance task. Please note that any schema modifications to your hazard alert forms and risk forms will also present on your organisation's version of P6Mobile. And any of the permissions that have been allocated to your users will still retain on P6 Mobile. So unfortunately, Zara doesn't have access to this feature, but I'll log in as myself now to show you how this can be achieved. Logging out, when I select the arrow next to the user's name, it will return me to my P6 Mobile login. So here I am at the same facility. Now I'll select my P6 exec. Now I'm going to alert the team that there is a maintenance task I would like addressed. So of course I can type in the title, but you can use the microphone in the bottom right-hand corner and also utilize talk to text. So this title might be repair lift, oh dear me, I should have just done talk to text, lift button. I'll say the button is dodgy. Oh, look, that's dreadful. The priority for this is going to be immediate. The department requesting the work is going to be management. It's requested by myself. And then I can press submit. Again, that form has been saved and we can see all of these that appear in real time. Now, if we go back into the main part of our program, here we can see that Mrs. Ball's hair appointment has been completed. It was dismissed by Zara today. And of course, that was all done real time using P6 Mobile. If we go back to the Easter Bunny, we can see any of those daily forms that have been completed. And here, of course, we can see that the bowel chart was completed by Zara at 1:15 p.m. Similarly, if I went into Quick Launch and had a look at all of the forms that needed to be completed, if I scroll down to my friend the bunny, know where the bunny rabbit is. I should have just put Easter Bunny, select resident. Yes, quite likely. Sorry, I've got. Trying to find the rabbit. So P6 Mobile will give you all of that information in real time. Now, I haven't seen any chats, so I'm just going to now open up and see if anybody has any questions, anything else they'd like to see demonstrated, any other bits of information around P6 Mobile. Is this something that, I'm just going to stop sharing for a minute, because I'm just really interested to hear if this is something that you're excited by, if you can see how much it's changed from your experience with P5Mobile. Can you show us the visual for weights and vitals? Absolutely. Now, hopefully my screen is sharing again. And now I just have to bring this one back up again. So I don't know why I've got a lag here. But here we go. So where I will go to Mr. Adam. So from daily forms, weights and vitals, here we can add in, if I'm adding in a weight, I'll pop in 78.5. If I'm popping in heart rate, blood pressure, temperatures, it's a bit hot, respiration, BGLs. The time will default obviously to today's time. Any notes I might want to put in, I'll say entered via P6Mobile and press submit. So similarly, we can pop in the neuro-obs, going to be exactly the same as the fields that are contained within Platinum 6. Similarly, for your urinalysis, exactly the same. The progress notes, I will just say here, this is where you can again use the talk to text. I would like to add in progress note. This is regarding John and how he's feeling today. Any of the categories can be added in from here. And of course, these will also reflect any of the categories that you have in your organisation. Recording the infections will bring up any of the infections in your system. And if I go to the wound form, the date will display automatically. The position, I'll say it was his left big toe. And the description is a bruise. And of course, this is where you can take a photograph, use that photograph and submit the form. So that will also record then that it's been saved. Now, if we go to Mr. Adams and have a look at his weights and vitals, you'll be able to see that all of this information has been entered by P6Mobile, because it's all been done by me. If we go and have a look at the wound, that image that was added in from the mobile always displays on the main part of the wound form, but a new record ID will have been added. And of course, this will be just those basic demographics that we entered from the mobile. So it was his left big toe, it was a bruise. Now, clinically, I might look at this and determine that was not a wound. So I could remove this. Not really a wound. And of course, then go back up to the top here and remove this photograph. If I go back to the progress notes, I'll be able to see any of that information that was added directly from P6Mobile. I'm just going to check the chats. Is there a way of restricting the progress notes so that the user can only see progress notes that are created by them? No, it has the same permissions, Cindy, in terms of what we allow users if people have access to view the progress notes and the progress notes for that particular resident. They'll see any of the progress notes that have been recorded for that resident. If the weights and vitals is out of the range, will it tell the staff in the app? That is a very good question. So here with these weights and vitals ranges, so for the Easter Bunny, I can see that there is one that's out of range. So it will alert the person on the app. So if I just bring back the app again here, and I go back to my friend, the Easter Bunny. So I can see that there is a weight and vital sign that's outside of range, but these are not selectable, so it won't actually bring me to the same stream as what occurs from Platinum 6. Does that make sense, Laura? So I will be able to see that there is a weight and vital sign that is outside of range, but from the app, it won't, from P6Mobile, it won't take me directly to review that. So please, if you've got more chats, just do put them in the chat box. I will just go back to my friend, Mrs. Ball. She is the pin-up girl for my health record. So it is a pretty awesome feature that even from P6Mobile, you're able to access the entire My Health Record feature. Would be super handy if an alert error message popped up when the user first tells them future ID. Yeah, super. And you know, Laura, initially with Platinum 6, in the very first iteration, those alerts from the resident homepage were there as a notification. And of course, then the feedback was, oh, it would be super if we could click on them and it just brought up the resident specific alerts. And of course, that's how the feature works now. So I know that our dev director is online listening. So we'll take all of your requests on board. So of course here I'm showing, the entire My Health Record feature. The nice thing I like about also using things on devices is I can zoom in and out, to get a better access and look at, what's actually happening. Because if I didn't press close and I just went into the alert, I've got access to the full part of the program. So I could then go in if I was really curious about the Easter Bunny's alerts, I could access the entire program from this device. So it is just opening up a very secure browser within the P6Mobile. Hi, Amanda. I got to know that photos can be uploaded quickly. Can the docs, such as PDF, be downloaded or uploaded as well via the app? No, at the moment, we don't have the ability with P6Mobile to upload PDFs via this app. It's why a lot of the forms, it brings across all of the daily forms in your organisation, but the only form content that is accessible via P6Mobile is the infection and the wound. So it is a real point of care. And the PDF upload would normally be done via the main application. Any other questions or queries that you might have? Well, I think we'll call this one and have it as, a quick sort of session. I don't think I need to, take up an hour of your time to continue to sing the praises of P6Mobile. But I'm pretty happy to, certainly keep talking about it if there's more and more information that you would like. P6, my care plan. I know Caroline has, discussed that one a couple of weeks ago, both in the Play stores and the app stores internationally, not just for our Australian clients. They are available around the world. So please do reach out. Rose, is that something that you wanted to mention? You've got your hand up. I don't know, maybe Rose was just saying hi. And yeah, thanks, Anita. That was, and it was incredible for anybody who hasn't actually seen. I'm just going to share my screen really quickly because Anita mentioned around the help button. So I know that my next immersion training is going to be on our next lot of release notes, but I will just show this just in case anybody hasn't heard or seen. But from 2307 onwards, and of course we're just about to release 2308. Now, finally, we've been waiting with bated breath. When you click on the help icon, you'll be presented with the Lee Care knowledge base. And this is going to have the entire suite of all of our how-to cards, whichever products you're licensed for. So you want to see our P6 Med how-to card. How do we do a medication round? What are the color coding? anything to do with P6 exec. And of course, every one of our release notes. So each month, as soon as we've got our PDF of release notes, these will be uploaded so that you have access to them in real time. Of course, you've got all of the user manuals as well. But yeah, very exciting. We've been waiting for a long time to launch this Lead Care knowledge base, and I really hope that you will all enjoy it. Obviously, when we've got other exciting features like the My Health Record User Guide, these will also be uploaded. I just realized I'm on camera again and I get too excited and too expressive, but yes. Thank you. It's a brilliant feature, and we're very, very proud of it to finally launch it. So look, please reach out, amanda.j@leadcare.com.au if you have any queries about any of the products, any of the mobile apps. We're very, very happy to assist you. Thanks. Have a great day, and see you next week. Bye-bye.